Hello everyone, welcome back on a new update video of Icarus week 42 mounts. It's finally here, guys. It's finally here. The long awaited mounts are here. Now, for this week, mounts have arrived on Icarus. After much anticipation, you can now tame a furry or feathery friend and use them as a mode of transport or a pack animal to cart your goods. So you can use it for two things. You can use it as a mount or as a pack mule. Very nice. Choose between a buffalo or the newly added moa, an ancient large flightless bird native to New Zealand that xenobiologists have brought back to life on Icarus. The buffalo we already knew, was already in the game, but now we have also a moa. Mounts require you to seek out a juvenile version and capture it before raising it as your own. Craft new equipment such as saddles, food trough and bedding to care for it and take it on your missions. Have a read of what to expect with mounts and get in to test out our first version of the system. Now to tame your mount, you have to do as following. Before, and it's kind of brutal, but it's also kind of fun. Before you can take your mount on your adventures, you'll need to capture and tame one. Mounts begin as juveniles, so you need to find the little ones, found with their mothers and occasionally other fully grown adults. Yeah, you guys can feel it coming, don't you? That needs to be captured by exterminating their current parents, then taking them home with you to form the connection required for them to become loyal. So you first need to kill their parents, or the whole herd they're walking with. Then you need to take it with you and get it loyal. Now isn't that brutal? Finding a juvenile is trickier than coming across their all adult counterparts, so you have to keep an eye out for them. So if you see adult animals like buffaloes or moas, it's not guaranteed that you see a juvenile with them, so you need to keep an eye out for that. Not all herds have them. Make sure to exterminate any other adults in the area, as a juvenile might run to them to seek a new parent when left defenseless. You also have to protect juveniles from nearby predators and prey on orphans. So you also have a chance that wolves also will attack. Okay. The process to tame a juvenile and raise it to adulthood should take roughly 50 minutes. Once you have engaged with the juvenile, you need to look after it until it's domesticated by meeting its needs: food, temperature, sleep, weather exposure. To help do this, you can craft a pen to keep it close, a food trough, and an animal bed and shelter. Okay. Now the moa and buffalo mounts. The moa and buffalo are available to tame as mounts for this week. From this week, each animal has its own benefit and limitations. I think the moa will be faster as a mount, and the buffalo will carry more. It makes sense, but we will read about it. But you can tame multiple mounts and choose whichever is the best for the task at hand. So you can tame one of each, actually. The buffalo. The buffalo trades speed for raw power and stamina, and offers the unique benefit a harness with extra storage space, which I was already thinking, which, while it can be ridden, using it like a pack horse makes it incredibly valuable when mining ore, establishing new bases across the map, and carting resources long distance that would otherwise have been left behind. While it's not a combat mount, the buffalo headbutt attack is always available in a tight spot, although it doesn't deal a huge amount of damage. So, as I was already saying before I was reading this, the buffalo is a pack mule. Just take it with you if you want to do some caves around the area, and put the harness full of stuff if you are already full of stuff, and you're good to go. And if you want to go to other places and build a base there, you can craft walls and everything, or take the materials for it with you, put it in the harness of the buffalo, and be lightweighted yourself. But it's less speedy, of course. A moa. Moa are a more agile creature and provide nimble movement at the expense of stamina and attack options. Moa are designed to be ridden and used as a form of transport. And while they do have limited storage when equipped with a saddle, they don't offer expandable storage like the buffalo does. The speed boost will allow you to evade danger, traverse landscape, and complete long missions fastest. Using the Moa for its strength will make it a valuable partner in your Icarus adventure. I was completely right about the boats. Both the Moa and buffalo are versatile creatures. I will be able to trek across the landscape, any landscape, just like their owners. When tamed properly, they'll be very obedient and can be commanded to do docile and aggressive. Will swim through rivers and lakes with their owner on the back, and will follow you or stay put if commanded. Your mount can also be named whatever you wish by clicking on the name in the UI, but be careful not to form too much of an attachment, as in this initial version of the system, they will have to be left behind on the surface after a mission. With further content, mounts may become a familiar friend as they persist alongside your base. Okay. So, after the mission, you leave the mount behind. I mean, makes sense. You can put the mount into your escape pod, so makes sense that you need to leave it behind. But would be nice, as they are saying, that if you come back to the planet in the same zone, only in the same zone. If you go to another zone drop, it's a different story. But if you go to the same zone, then the furry friend or feathery friend you once had as a companion will find his way, or not find his way, but if you go to the same location where your base was in the previous mission in that zone, that he is still waiting for you there. That would be nice. The den and everything is gone, the base is gone, it's deteriorated, but your companion is still there. Would be a nice feature. We will see. Now, what I'm seeing here, I was thinking about you could tame one buffalo and one moa, but what I see on this picture is two buffaloes and the contractor is riding the moa, I guess. So you can tame, I don't know what the maximum capacity is for taming animals. Can you tame 10 animals or 5 or 3? I don't know. Maybe we will read it here. I don't know. But it's kind of nice that you can tame 2 buffaloes. So you can take them both with you. You can take 3 animals with you even on this picture. So maybe it's not in the game already for now. Maybe it's coming on a later base. But on this picture we see 3 animals. It's nice because if a cave is on a long distance of your base, You take the moa, you have speed, and the buffaloes come behind you for the carrying capacity. So saddles, harnesses, and more. To equip your new mounts, you'll need to ride gear. Saddles, harnesses, bedding, and food troughs can be crafted in-game and are necessary to raise your juvenile into a usable mount. Ride it or use it as a pack animal. The moa and buffalo saddles are crafted in the textile bench in Tier 2 and predominantly require cured leather as the core ingredient. The harness for the buffalo is created on the advanced textile bench at Tier 3 and requires platinum weave also. So the saddles are in Tier 2 and the harness is in Tier 3. Okay. For the extended carrying capacity. The food trough is crafted on the crafting bench at Tier 2 and requires standard wood, sticks, and iron nails. You can fill this with raw vegetables or a hay mix to feed your mounts. Okay, cool. Bedding can be crafted on Tier 2 textile bench, also requiring fiber and fur. Make sure to place the bed near a source of warmth to help your juvenile grow into a fully fledged mount. So you need a campfire nearby or a stove, doesn't matter, a source of warmth. That's what you need. Really nice. Now, future content. We have big plans for where mounts will take us in the future with mount persistence, mount levels, a talent tree, as well as being able to buff them in different ways with different foods. Okay, traveling by mount lends itself well to a new open world mode, which we have been working on. Everything going according to plan. We will share more plans about that over the next month. As for the data decentralization, we are still working on some gameplay changes and are making a few more alternations to the prospect and character saving format. Especially, this is going to allow greater control over players' loadout, workshop inventory, and what items can persist between drops, which allows us to look at the possibility of bringing some planetary resources back to station to take on another drop. Okay, so they are already working on an open world mode and already planning for future mount levels and a whole talent tree for mounts. Maybe you can give your mount more health and even food buffs for the mount, that it goes faster, more stamina regen, like the player itself. Next few weeks, you get if you put the rails in, see, 3 mounts, 2 buffaloes and a moa. If you put railings, you can make it then. Nice. Next week, we as a studio are going to be undergoing a gaming research and development experiment for most of the week, playing some games, gathering data and running through various scenarios so that we can learn from them and incorporate ideas in our future projects. One of our founder, Dean Rocket Hall's mantra is that games are played, not made. So we need to make time to research and study games together as a team. Don't worry, we will still have an update prepared for you all next week with a revamp of some early missions and a reintroduction of creature to both Olympus and Stink that was long thought extinct. So next week they're gonna play Icarus, I think, to understand the game more and see different stuff. And we will have an update next week with a revamp of the early missions, which is nice, some changes, and a reintroduction of creature to both Olympus and Styx that was long thought extinct. So, so they're reintroducing a creature to both maps that was long thought extinct. They can be talking about more mammoths in the map or something else. But reintroduction, so it should have been in the game already. So we'll have to see next week then. But I'm not going to be able to upload next week because I'm going to have surgery. So I'm gonna be out for a week at least. So, but I mean, there are enough YouTubers making content like this. And we will see what it brings. Very excited about this update. A very nice change. Really like it. We really needed this mount. We need to do a lot of exploring. A lot of exploration is with this game. The mining and everything. The mines. Some mines are close to each other, but other mines are the whole opposite side of your base. So very nice. Now with this, I'm gonna leave this video at this point. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.